The aliens underestimated the humans they always had. They saw their fragility, their lack of biological sophistication, their dependence on machines that seemed laughably crude, but what they failed to see was the fire within them, the relentless drive, the refusal to yield even in the face of overwhelming odds. The tiny fleet was not just a collection of ships, it was a testament to what humanity had become: survivors, fighters, creators of their destiny against all odds. As the alien armada closed in, their weapons charged and ready to obliterate the tiny fleet, a transmission came through from the lead human vessel. The voice was calm and steady. It spoke of a truce, an opportunity to avoid needless bloodshed. But the aliens scoffed at this act of diplomacy. They would not waste their time on such a trivial opponent. They prepared to fire. And as the first wave of energy tore through the dark void of space, the tiny fleet scattered like sparks in the wind, their movements unpredictable, their formation an enigma to the alien tacticians. It was as if they danced with the void itself, slipping through the cracks in the enemy's plans. The alien commanders watched in confusion as the tiny fleet evaded their fire, their vast weapon systems rendered useless against the chaotic elegance of the human maneuvers. It was as though the humans had embraced the unpredictable nature of the universe itself, using the vastness of space as their ally. Where the alien ships relied on overwhelming power and precision, the humans exploited every gap, every shadow, every moment of hesitation. Then the counterattack began, small and surgical. The tiny fleet struck at weak points in the armada's defenses, their weapons crude by alien standards, but devastatingly effective. Each shot carefully placed, each missile guided not by advanced air, but by the instincts of human pilots who knew what it meant to fight for survival. With every explosion ripping through the alien hulls, the tiny fleet turned the tide of battle until the massive armada found itself unable to keep pace with the sheer determination of their opponents. Panic began to ripple through the alien ranks, their confidence shattered, their laughter silenced. The term tiny fleet no longer seemed fitting. These were not insignificant vessels, these were machines of defiance and courage, piloted by beings who would not kneel, who would not bow, who would fight until the last breath. The alien flagship issued a retreat order, but it was too late. The tiny fleet was relentless, and the humans pressed their advantage, pushing the invaders back across the vastness of space until the alien armada was a scattered memory, a ghost of its former self floating aimlessly in the void. The battle was won, but the humans did not celebrate. Instead, they turned their attention to their ships, to the injured, to the fallen. They mourned their losses even as they prepared for the next challenge, for they knew this victory was only a step in a much larger war. But in that moment, as the tiny fleet gathered once more, as their battered hulls gleamed in the distant light of a sun, they had proven something far greater than strength or power. They had proven that humanity was not to be underestimated, that no matter how small they appeared, they carried within them the infinite resilience of a species that refused to vanish into the void. And so the tiny fleet sailed on, disappearing into the darkness to prepare for battles yet to come, leaving behind only silence and the lingering echoes of a lesson the galaxy would never forget.